on mute, and I think I got you all on mute there. Make sure you can see and hear me, and just get started in a comfortable seated position on your mat, starting to lengthen your spine, starting to relax the shoulders down your back. Beginning to breathe. We're going to do some pranayama exercises to start. Our theme for today is around detoxification, so detoxifying the mind and the body. So sometimes we have really toxic energy or toxic thought patterns. So that's what we're going to work on today. So you can just close your eyes and think about what that means to you. We're not doing like some weird juice cleanse, but we're cleansing the body from the inside out. So we're going to be using a few pranayama techniques. And in Sanskrit, prana means life. So your breath is your life force. It keeps you alive. So these techniques are intended to reduce anxiety, but if you find that trying to figure them out or hold your breath or whatever is bringing more anxiety, then just come back to a natural, comfortable breath, whatever works best for you. So we're starting with Kapalabhati breathing, which is known as skull shining breath. It purifies the blood and gives your body really healthy, glowing skin, which is where it got the name. So it improves blood circulation, massages the brain. It's really great. So lengthening your spine in your Sukhasana, hands can just rest on your legs. And you'll take a little inhale and just a sharp exhale. Imagine there's like a little insect in your nose and you're trying to get it out. Your belly will constrict back, your diaphragm will contract back, and then the inhales will just come natural. So we're going to do 3 rounds for about 20 breaths each. And you can slow down the breath so you don't run out of breath. Hopefully by the 3rd round, if you've never done this before, you'll get the hang of it. So just a little inhale, and then begin. And then let it go. Prepare for the 2nd round, and maybe you need to slow down the breath, or maybe you want to speed it up. So inhaling, sharp exhales, counting to 20. Let that go. Last round. Here we go. Inhale, sharp exhales. And let that all go. Just notice how you're feeling. We're going to move into Samabhritri, which translates to equal breath. So we're going to try to balance our inhales and our exhales and see if you can breathe in and out through both nostrils. So we may notice that our inhales are shorter or longer, but in this pranayama, this breathing practice, we try to even out the breath. So maybe you just start with 3 count inhale, pause, 3 count exhale, and maybe 4 or 5, lengthening up to 6. You choose the count. We can do the first one together with maybe 4 count inhale. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hold, retain the breath for a moment, and then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then continue a few rounds of breath at your own pace, counting in your head with that little retention. And this really reduces stress and anxiety really quickly. But again, if these practices are bringing up anxiety for you, please just stop and come back to Ujjayi. We'll all end there together. Let's do one more round. And let that go and just close the eyes and observe your body, observe your breath. Come into your Ujjayi, constricting the back of the throat, starting to sound like the waves of the ocean or Darth Vader, the victorious yogi breath to carry throughout your whole practice. So with our theme around detoxing the mind, toxic thoughts or the body, and toxins in there, we have another Rumi quote. He says, "Yesterday I was so clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I'm so wise, so I'm changing myself." So if you're using the playlist, you can go ahead and get it started. Just let your head, your neck release to the right. You can use your right hand to gently coax the neck down. Big Ujjayi breath here in the nose, out the nose. And then use your hand to press your head back to neutral, second side. So left ear comes down to the left shoulder, left hand over the right temple. Gentle here. Maybe just move your neck around and see where it feels good. Full breath. Lengthen the torso. Ground through the sit bones. And then use your hand to press yourself back up. And then plant your feet on your mat, hands behind you, facing your body. Press into your hands, press into your feet, or reverse tabletop. Lift the hips, relax the head, squeeze the knees and the thighs together. Really press into your balls of your feet. Imagine you could lift your toes or even lift your toes. And then exhale, slowly lower. Again, if you haven't started the playlist, go ahead now. Come into regular traditional tabletop. Second, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Again, you can always go onto your knuckles or fists to support yourself in the vinyasa flow because we do a lot on our wrists or forearms. So always, always modify as you need for your body. Let's start some traditional cat-cow. So belly release, inhale, look up. Exhale, curl and ground the spine. Keep moving, undulating the spine, shifting the weight in your hands, and notice how it feels on your wrists. Really exaggerate the motion. Go as deep as you can, slow or fast. Again, moving at your own pace, the pace of your breath for the whole practice. And then pause in table, pull navel to spine, and start being some side cat-cow. So just look to the right, bump your right hip out, and look to the left. Knees stay the same. Shins are parallel, tops of the feet on the mat. Pressing the palms, maybe even clawing the fingers to support your wrists. And then pause. And maybe adding those in, kind of hula hooping the spine or jump roping it in different directions. Have fun with this. Find some organic movement to move your body and warm up all little corners of the spine here. One more big inhale. And then pause and tabletop. Set up your alignment. Strong arms, strong legs. Lift your right leg back behind you, toes to the ground, and just press the heel away to feel your calf stretch. And then lift the toes off. Keep dialing the hip down, toes face down. Right knee towards right elbow. As far as you can get it there. And then re-extend it back. And then right knee to right elbow and pause. Bring your knee to your wrist and keep going. These, I call these elevators. Up and down a few floors. And then pause at your wrist. And then you're going to go to your left wrist. Opposite wrist, windshield wipers. Nice, you got this. And then start to make a shape, maybe a box or a triangle, moving to left and right wrist and elbow. And then re-extend your right leg. Tuck your left toes, press into your palms, lift up three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, stack the hips, scorpion the dog, fire hydrant pose. And then lower all the way back down to tabletop. Second side, so extend your left leg, toes touch the mat, press into your hands, push your heel away from you. Feel the energy coming away from your body and your heel to feel that stretch. And then toes lift, left knee towards left elbow this time, re-extend, find space, and then knee to elbow and pause down to the wrist and elbow. Left side, elevators. Keep breathing. You got it. Warming up the core and then stay at your wrist and do some windshield wipers. Keep going, one more, and then make a shape. Draw a box with your knee or a triangle. And then come back with your leg long behind you. Tuck your right toes, press into the palms, lift up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Fire hydrant, scorpion. Press evenly through left and right palm, squaring the shoulders. And then exhale, lower left leg down. Down dog, just for a breath. And then inhale, shift forward to plank. So adjust your body. Find your strong plank, your alignment. Thigh bones lift to the sky. Heels shoot energy behind you. Press into the palms. And you can always choose to go into tabletop instead of plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to your hands, shift forward again, plank. And then lower your right forearm down. Maybe walk your feet a little wider, as wide as the mat. Lower your right forearm down and see if you can keep your hips even. Left forearm down. You're in forearm plank. Press into your right hand, left hand, traditional plank. Left side, so left forearm down. Keep evening your hips out. They may wobble. Right forearm down. And press left hand and right hand. Nice. One more. Come on down. Stay here, forearm plank. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lower your hips down. Keep your legs wide. Untuck the toes. Press into the palms. Arms are like number 11. Parallel. Inhale, Sphinx pose. And see how it feels with wide legs. A little more space in the back. Full breath. And exhale. And then come to tabletop with forearms down. Again, good option if you need to modify, but we're going to come into dolphin. So tuck your toes under. Inhale, hips lift. Use your cat back. Press into your palms. Press into your forearms. You can already walk your toes closer, but that will be pretty intense. So just take a good inhale here. Dolphin pose. Exhale, let it go. One more. And then child's pose, everyone. So knees wide, toes kiss, forehead connects to the mat, and breathe. Find your Ujjayi breath. One big inhale, feel the back body fill with breath. And exhale. And make your way to down dog, maybe through table or plank, downward facing dog. Walk the dog, bend the left knee, bend the right knee, pedal out the feet a little bit. Relax your head, shake it yes, shake it no. Look to your hands, are they spreading wide, are they strong? And then start to tiptoe all the way forward towards your hands, toes towards wrists. Knees can be bent a lot or a little. First forward fold. Hang here. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, crown of the head, forward, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, press through your feet, rise all the way up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold over your legs, bending the knees slightly if you need. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step all the way onto your back. We're going to do a little bit of core from our back. So lift your knees over your hips. We're going to do traditional forest yoga, elbow to knee. So it's a little bit like bicycle, which we're going to do after this, but it's slow and really intentional, and you'll feel it deep in your core. So you can do this with feet down. If your feet are up, keep the thighs in line with your hips. They may want to come forward. Tuck your tailbone, so you'll feel your lower back. It's a subtle movement, but you will really feel it in the core. Your lower back is pressing in the mat. Interlace the hands behind the head like a little basket to support your neck, not yanking. Space between chin and chest. Flex your feet. Inhale, shoulder blades lift off the mat. Exhale, right elbow to left thigh. Extend your right leg. Variations here. If that hurts your back, you can lengthen your leg long. Again, you can always do this with your foot down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, shoulder blades lift, tailbone tucks. Left elbow, right side. Extend your left leg. Inhale, back to center. Retuck your tailbone, shoulder blades lift. Right elbow, left thigh. Push through your right toes. Lift left and right shoulder bone off your mat. Inhale, center. Tuck the tailbone. Exhale, left to right. Press away. Inhale, center. Tuck the tailbone. Right to left. Press away. Inhale, center. Last round. You got it. Left to right. And back to center. Right to left. And back to center. And then just give yourself a little squeeze. Take a big breath. Full body breath. And then put your legs right back where they were. Press your palms into your thighs. And just press away. Just feel the resistance there. Press as hard as you can, your legs into your thighs, and press your thighs back into your legs. Keep tucking the tailbone. One more inhale. Exhale, let it go again. Shake out your legs. Woo, nice work. And like I said, we're going to go into what some of you have done in like a fitness class, probably is bicycle. So interlace your hands behind your head, both shoulder blades off the mat. And now your knees can come a little close to your chest, but again, the more challenging, the further away they'll stay. So you can do this with your knees bending straight. Maybe you keep going slow, or maybe you add up a little bit of a pace, faster pace. Keep going. Join me. I hope you've joined me already. Keep going. Choose your variation. Maybe you want to really move fast and wake yourself up or get some cardio, or maybe you're just getting deep into that core. 3 more breaths, or 3 more seconds. 2, and 1, and release. Take a full body stretch, like you just got out of bed, just woke up. Maybe some of y'all did. Reach through your toes, reach through your fingers. Extend, full breath, and let it go. And then pull your knees into your chest and begin to rock and roll, if that feels okay for your back. And just see if you can get enough momentum, power, strength, agility to come to Tadasana without your hands, or cross the legs, don't cross the legs, however you need to get to Tadasana. You can just come into tabletop and walk yourself up there. So we're gonna be in Tadasana. Mountain pose, strong mountain pose. Look at your toes. Are they parallel? Spread your feet. Press into the earth. Full breath here. Close the eyes, take a moment, reconnecting with our theme of detoxing the mind, any negative thoughts, detoxing the body, cleansing from the inside out. We have a quote from Byron Katie. Pay particular attention to the thoughts you use to deprive yourself of happiness. So think about that during the practice. What is the self-talk you're giving yourself right here or off the mat, outside of your practice? There's only some things we can control right now, but we can try to control our thoughts. So with your hands on your heart, inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold, beginning some sun salutations. Inhale, half lift, long spine, lengthen. Exhale, step right leg back, right knee comes down, low lunge. Inhale, rise, relax the shoulders down the back, sink into your low lunge. Square off the shoulders, square off the hips. Exhale, hands plant. Left foot steps back to plank. Everyone, knees lower, chest tension, keep your elbows close to your torso. Untuck the toes, inhale, cobra. Take an extra breath or two here to stretch out your core. We worked it. We'll throw in a little core along the way as well. Exhale, downward facing dog through tabletop or plank. Inhale, right leg rises. Knee towards nose, step forward using your core. Slowly and quietly step it forward, maybe inch it to get there. Left knee down, low lunge, second side, shoulders relax. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Torso long. Sink a little deeper. Exhale, hands plant, frame the front foot, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge and lower. Half lift. Right leg steps back for high lunge, or you can stay in low lunge. I like to walk my left foot more to the left to give space. You're on train tracks rather than a tightrope. Press through the right thigh. Reach through your right toe or your right heel. Reach through the fingers, but shoulders out the ears. Navel to spine. Left knee tracking directly over left ankle. If you need to go into longer stance, that's great. Go a little lower. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. If you know chaturanga, you already want to move into it, go for it. It's good to get cobra variation to start and warm up our back. Open your chest, collarbones broaden. Squeeze the shoulder blades, down dog. So that's one variation of the flow, and I'll show another one soon. Inhale, right leg rises. Pull your knee all the way forward. Step your foot down lightly. Maybe walk your right foot to the right or left to the left. Give space in your back and your hips. Sink into your lunge. Find your alignment here before we add on in our next round of sun salutations. Knee over ankle. Exhale, hands plant. Step left foot to meet right. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Half lift. Step your right foot back. Low lunge. Inhale, rise. Interlace your hands like we did in core behind your head. Just gently wide elbows. Sink into the lunge. Nice hip flexor stretch. And then you're going to close the elbows. So close and open. Legs stay the same. A couple more times. Close and open. Feeling that in your shoulders, Maybe your rotator cuffs. One more. Breathing with it. And then you're going to do a twist. So right elbow comes to left knee or thigh. And inhale, come back up. Move slow, left to right. Little crunching with the side body, but keep your torso long. One more each side, right to left, back up, left to right. And plant the hands, step back, plank, or knees down, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, step forward, left knee lowers, low lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, interlace, switch the grip, get out of habit. Gonna feel a little strange possibly. Lift the torso, and then begin to close on your exhale, and open. Move with your breath. Legs stay the same, you're just closing and opening. One more. And then here comes the balance challenge. So left to right, and come back up. You got it, nice work. Right to right. One more each side. Left elbow towards right knee or thigh. Rise back up. Right to right. Rise back up. Plant the hands, step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, neutralize the spine. Feel the space you're creating there. Exhale, let that go. Press through the feet, rise to stand. Exhale, pull it into your heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Half lift. Right foot steps back. Yes, we're doing the same thing from high lunge. You can always take the low lunge variation if you need to support yourself. Lower your back knee. Modifications. Show that you're wise, choosing the right choices for your body. So hands behind back. The balance is going to be tricky. You may wobble. That's the fun of it. That's how you know you're doing it right. So elbows closed and open. Nice and slow. One more time. And then right to left and come back up. Left to right. You can do it once or twice. Balance is tricky. You got it. Find your stability. And then plant your hands, step left foot back. And here we can take knees, chest, chin, or shift the weight forward onto the toes. And then lower halfway, just 90 degrees. Untuck the toes, thighs, knees stay off the mat. Roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog variation. Exhale to down dog. So that's our flow, 2 different variations. You can always skip them. You can always come to child's pose. You do you for this whole practice. I'm just making suggestions of shapes. So let's do the other side. Inhale, right leg up, step forward. Inhale to rise. And again, I'm saying left and right. Make sure you just get both sides. Elbows wide, close and open. Move with your breath. And then left to right. Nice work. Notice the thoughts that come up if you fall out. One side might be harder than the other. And then plant the hands, step forward, forward fold. Great work. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to release. Make your way back to down dog. You can go through a vinyasa. If you're jumping, jump with bent elbows to support your shoulders. Make your way to downward facing dog. Full inhale. Fill the lungs. And exhale, spill the lungs. Let that go. Inhale, right leg rises. Knee towards nose. Pull it all the way through. High lunge. We've been here before. Find your strong alignment. Or low lunge. Again, you can always do this posture from low lunge. Roll your pinkies in towards each other to wrap the arms as if you could see your armpits. Press through that back leg. Right hands to right hip. Reach through your left hand and then bring your left bicep towards your right thigh. Twisting lunge. So you can make prayer hands or a fist out of your bottom hand. You'll see it on the other side. Press your bicep into your thigh to create space there. If you want to open up or bind, those are options. Again, if you want to lower down to low lunge, you may even find a deeper twist from low lunge. One more full breath. Then unravel the arms and open up to warrior two. So left arm goes all the way back, right arm forward. Warrior two, find the alignment here. So press through your feet. Press through the left heel. Sink knee over ankle. So make sure you can see your big toe. Relax the shoulders down the back. Torso long, shoulders over hips. Beautiful, stay there. You got it. Just coming to check out your beautiful warriors. Looks good. Nice work. One more inhale. And then right forearm to right thigh, left arm up or over the ear for side angle. Roll your left shoulder back, roll your left hip back. And again, use the leverage here to press and create space, no dumping. If you really want to bind again, go for it, but we're really making space. Relax the head and the neck if that feels good, or you can look at your hands, but I tend to find that just relaxing the neck feels best. And then exhale, left hand comes down, untuck your back toes, easy twisting lunge, so reach your right arm up. Spin your torso to the right, roll your right shoulder back. Imagine you're pressing against the wall. And from here, we're going into Vashisthasana, side plank variations. You can lower your one or the other knee. You can come onto your knuckles or your forearm, or you can just spin that right foot to stack on top of left. So you can heel toe your foot into a kickstand. You could just line up your feet next to each other. Somehow stacking the hips, pressing your left hand or forearm away from the earth to lift your bottom hip. Reach. If you want to add on, you can reach over your ear. You can try to balance here. You can take some little elbow to knee. We've done that from tabletop. We're going to do it from plank if you choose, or tabletop again. Lots of choices. If you have really open hamstrings, you can do that with straight legs. And then exhale, slowly come down to plank pose. Meeting in dog eventually. You can take a flow if you've had enough on your wrists. Choose wisely where you want to go. Downward facing dog. Full round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Bend your knees, look towards your hands. If you feel ready to hop, hop with wide legs outside of your hands. Hop into Malasana squat pose. Just going to get off our wrists between sides. So shake your wrists out a little. Press your elbows into your legs. Widen. Grow long and tall in your torso. Heels can be off the ground. You can use a block. And then left hand down, right arm open. Option to stay here, option to take a bind. Second side. Right arm down, left arm up. Or again, just get the opposite one, maybe binding. Maybe the bind is harder or easier, or maybe you're just holding on to your shirt, t-shirt. You can always grab straps or belts or impromptu props, but I usually just show without props in case you don't have any. Re-extend, lengthen, and meet back in downward facing dog. Choose how to get there. You can always take a flow, skip a flow. Full breath. Second side. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Knee towards nose, high lunge. Inhale to rise. Left hand to left hip. Reach through your right hand and come into twisting. Keep pressing through the right back thigh bone. Maybe you make prayer hands, or maybe you make a fist to get deeper into it. Low lunge is available for everyone who needs it in this moment, so listen to your body today. Maybe you bind. One more inhale, and then exhale, open up warrior two, so right arm all the way back to the mat. Bring your right heel to the earth. Maybe widen your stance, relax the shoulders down the back. 3 full breaths here. Take time to find your alignment and then settle into it and maybe go a little deeper. Just check that your left knee is going over your ankle, not splaying in or out. If it's going past, then you need a wider stance. Most of you can go a little deeper in that lunge. Nice work. And then left forearm to left thigh. Right arm reaches up or over your ear. Press the forearm against the thigh. Press through that right foot. Exhale, right hand down, untuck your toes, easy twist. Left arm reaching up. You can do it from your right knee down. And then moving into side plank. So maybe you bring your left hand to your hip to start and just heel toe, or maybe you are ready to just stack it on top. This side may be different too, so see if you can stack your shoulders and your hips and your ankles, or you give a little kickstand or you come onto your forearms. Optional add-ons, elbow to knee, nice and slow. Get into your core, your obliques. One more breath to take whatever variation you want, and then really gently and slowly, intentionally left hand plants. Option to take the flow. Exhale as you lower, inhale, cobra or up dog, meeting in downward facing dog. From down dog, you have 6 breaths. You can also take it into a child's pose. Your choice, 5 more breaths. If you want to go through, cycle through another chaturanga. You want to take a little handstand or inversion here, go for it. 3 more breaths. All meeting back in downward facing dog as you feel ready. Just observe your down dog. Observe any thoughts or distractions coming your way and come back to the breath. Come back to the practice. All right, from down dog, inhale, shift forward to plank. Or you can do this from down dog. You can take little breaks and go into down dog in between, or you can do this from your knees. We're doing the same thing we started with. So right toes lift off the earth. Right knee to right elbow. Re-extend. Again, you can move into down dog in between. Right knee to right elbow, and then elevate it. Right knee to wrist. Elbow, wrist. You got it. Any variation works. And then from your wrist, other wrist. Started to rain. We need our windshield wipers. You got this. And then make a shape. Draw a little box. And then re-extend. And you can take dog or you can just skip it and switch sides. Left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow. Extend. Left knee, left elbow. To wrist and elbow, up and down. And then windshield wipers, horizontal with your knee. And then maybe a triangle or a box. I always imagine there's a crayon on my knee and I'm drawing. Pick whatever color you want, like that children's book, Carol with the crayon. And then re-extend. Maybe you're in three-legged dog, three-legged plank. You can take a vinyasa that way with your leg lifted. Whatever you choose. Make your way eventually into dog. And again, if you did the one-legged, you can make sure to get it on both sides. 3 full breaths. In through the nose. Maybe side out. 1 more audible exhale. Inhale. Let it go. Sighing is a nice little massage for the diaphragm. Really calms the nervous system. Nice work. Inhale, right leg rises. Knee to nose, step forward. Warrior 2. Take up space. Straighten your, or flip your front palm, reach forward and back. Reverse your warrior. Stay in the lunge. Keep building the strength in the legs. Know your legs might be talking to you. Left hand can walk down your left leg or find a little wrap. And then straighten your front leg. Feel that release. Reverse triangle. And then come up to star pose. Take up space. Move around the hips, move around the arms. And then exhale, think squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. One more. Inhale, squat. Exhale, horse goddess pose. Get a little lower. Little lower. Nice work. Shoulders back, torso long. Tuck the tailbone. Beautiful. And then inhale, rise up. Left toes point. Bring your right foot in. Open up. Warrior two to the back of your mat or other side. If you've been in warrior two, set up your stance. Be confident in your warrior. Flip your front palm. Reach forward to create space and then exhale up and back. Maybe wrapping the arm. One more inhale. And then straighten your front leg. Both legs straight. Reverse triangle, Trikonasana. You can always have a little bend in your knees, especially if you tend to hyperextend them in dog or forward fold or hamstring stretches. Be gentle on your body. So inhale, star. Take up space. Exhale, just one. Get as low as you did on the last one. A little lower. And then rise, and then hands to hips. Parallel the toes. Maybe your legs want to be extra wide. Long spine, slowly lower for a wide-legged fold. Relax the head. So options here. Interlace the hands like we've done earlier around the nape of your neck. Interlace your fingers and bring your knuckles to the sky. Go into a headstand, handstand, any inversion you want. We have 4 breaths here. So choose what's going to serve you today. It doesn't have to be what you see me or anyone else doing. It doesn't have to be what you did in the last yoga class. And notice what thought you're placing on your choices, on your decisions. What can you control? 2 more breaths wherever you are. If you came into an inversion, start to come out. If you have your feet on the ground, keep feeling the weight come out of the heels and into the balls and the toes of the feet. Shifting the torso over the legs. Everyone, hands to hips. Slowly rise back up and make your way into a vinyasa. Choose whichever side of the mat you want to go. Cartwheel the hands down. Optional flow, knees, chest, chin, or your chaturanga. Meeting up in dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. And then inhale, right leg rises. This time, instead of bringing the right knee to the right elbow, we're going to bring the right knee to the left elbow, cross the body, straighten the leg, and come into your fallen triangle or fallen star. So hopefully you can see this. My right foot is down. Spin your left heel down and reach your left arm up. Take up space. Lift your bottom hip. Beautiful. Relax your head. You can reach back if there's a wall. You can use that as a prop even. One more inhale, and then slowly lower your left hand down. Come all the way out of it into a 3-legged dog. So right leg reaches up. Bend the knee, open up the hips, scorpion the dog like you started the class. Roll your ankle around. And then if you know and you want to take wild thing or flip dog, go ahead and do that if you've never done it. I suggest you don't do that right now. Open the heart to the sky. And then everyone make your way back to downward facing dog. Option to take a vinyasa between sides. We've put a lot of weight on our wrists so far during the practice, and we're going to do a little more. So you make a good choice for your wrists. Second side, left leg rises. You got it. You know where we're going? Left knee across to right side, twisting. lower, straighten your leg and lower the left side of the left foot. Lower your right heel, press through your left hand, reach through your right. Take up all the space, long limbs, fallen star. And then slowly right hand plants, both hands planted, left knee reaches right back to three-legged dog, bend the knee, open up, higher hydrant pose. Scorpion, your dog. Option to take wild thing, weight goes into the right hand, and reach. And then left hand plants, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, optional flow. Meet back in dog. That's the last flow of class. If that makes you sad, maybe do another. If you feel relief, then that's great too. Knees come down, cat-cow, any variation. Side cat-cow, just like we started the practice, but now really be intentional. What is your body asking for? A neck roll, find the nooks and crannies that your spine and your body is asking for right here, and make those choices. 2 more breaths, breathe through it. And then last dog of practice. Hop all the way forward, wide-legged into Malasana squat again. So knees bent on your exhale, hop forward, gently walk to wide-legged stance. Press your palms together. We're gonna do some arm balancing. And if you're like, oh, no way, then you just stay right here. You can straighten one leg and the other and take Skandasana pose. You can do whatever feels like the right thing to do for you right now. So we're gonna go into side crow. If you don't want to go there, but you want to practice crow, like we did a couple weeks ago, and you want to keep practicing that, go for that. If you have a block, that's really great for beginners to put your feet on the block because you're already up higher. Your hips are up higher, and then you don't have as far to kind of go. So feel free to try that, but I'm going to talk you through side crow. So if you know it, you can go ahead and play with that or even add on to scissors, whatever gravity surfing you want to do. So toes touch, thighs touch, shins touch. You use your chaturanga arms. So bring them to the right. We're going to start on this side. And your left arm is going to hold the, right by the knee, and your right arm is going to be a crook kind of in your hip. So it's going to be both your elbows, both your forearms, or both your biceps supporting. So this is definitely a lot of arm strength, chaturanga, but also core, also those twisting of the torso that we've done so much of today. If your wrists are already hurting, maybe I suggest a different posture, but we will do some wrist stretches right after this. So hands down. Start to tilt your weight like a little seesaw. It's a full prone. So maybe if you notice your head falls, you need to lift back in that way. If you're not going far enough, you have to go further than you think. If that's easy for you, you got it. Don't worry, this takes time. I did not get this on my first try. Then you can remove this arm out of the picture. Your hands will be angled, and you'll just be balancing on that one side instead of using both legs. Like I said, you can go into scissors from there. It looks easier than it is, I promise. So if you are trying one side, give it another shot, and then you can go ahead and try the other side, and I'll show you from a different angle. These take a lot of practice, but they are really fun when you get them, or even partly get them. Maybe one toe lifts off the earth, and that's where you are today. So you use your arms to kind of hold your body, and then when you don't need this arm anymore, you can get it a little bit further away and just use your front arm to balance. And then let's all come back to Malasana. One more breath here. Taking your time to come out of whatever pose you were in, kind of letting that go. And let's meet on our knees, torso over the knees, shins parallel, coming into camel posture. So important thing is to keep your hips forward. Hands come to the back like you're putting them in your jean pockets, but they're a little higher on your sacrum. Elbows pulled together, shoulders down the back. And this could be your camel. Just letting your head relax and release is already pretty vulnerable of a heart opener. So if you're going to go deeper, please don't move your head to left and right. Just start to walk yourself down as far as feels good for you. Don't push it. And you stay and breathe, eyes open, without moving your neck left and right. 3 breaths. It's pretty intense posture. Not a lot of people, it's not their favorite. Keep pressing your hips forward, eyes forward. And then as you're ready, really slowly, gently come out. Use your hands for support. Restack your whole body. And then sink your hips back to your heels. Tuck your toes under. We're going to do our little 2 for stretch again. A foot stretch and wrist stretch. So I'm facing you so you can see. Press your hands away. And then lower your thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, making a fist. And then lower the fist to the earth, feeling that forearm stretch. And let's do a different variation of that. Palms face forward, roll the shoulders down the back, relax the jaw, relax the face. Thumbs up, and then thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, and then push them away as if you're pouring something away in your fist. And then just kind of shake it out, shake out your fist, see what feels good. Maybe tap your wrists, tap your feet, undo that if it felt really intense. And then come back, second round of camel. If this is too intense for you, you can just come into a child's pose. So camel, second round. If you're taking child's, you could try a child's with knees together instead of knees wide, and palms face up and reach back behind you. One more breath. Reverse intentionally, mindfully out of the posture. And then whether or not you were in a little child's, we're all going to come to heroes from camel or child's hero's pose. So just let your chin tilt down, close the eyes. Palms can be down on your thighs for more grounding energy, or palms can be lifted up for more receptive energy. One breath here. And then come all the way on to your back. Press your feet, maybe slowly lower. We're going to do a little core because after back bending and heart opening, it's really great to kind of neutralize that and support the spine. So from here, we're going to just do regular crunches where you go straight to the middle, to the right, to the left. And you can do that in any order, or if you want to play with that a little bit, knees over hips, kind of like tabletop posture. And then you'll kind of rock all the way up. See how high you can go. Center, right, left, left, right, center. It doesn't really matter the order. Just getting all of those. Feet can be down. 3 more. Meaning 1 on each side. And then release. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice little loving squeeze. And then plant your feet again and bring your feet parallel. Interlace your hands and just kind of move shoulder blades off the mat slightly, side to side. Same motion with the wide elbows, opening the chest. And then last little oblique work, same move, but a little bit deeper. Use your fingers to try to touch your heels, sidewinders, sometimes these are called. I don't know why, but they kind of remind me of like a penguin, the way a penguin walks. If that's too intense for your neck, then come back so that you're supporting your neck. Just 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. And release. Pull your knees into your chest. And this is where I mentioned if you have a strap or a belt or a towel, you could grab it. If it's going to take a while to get it, don't worry about it. I'm showing it without. So we do some hamstring stretches. Left leg long. Right toe to the ceiling. And just use your hands. If you do have a strap of some kind, you would put it on the ball of your foot and one hand in each side. And just use your hands to pull your legs towards you. Shoulders on the back. Figure 8 the jaw. Get that out of the equation. Relax the tension in the forehead. Maybe you walk your hands up your leg further. Go a little deeper. One more inhale. And then if you have a strap, pull pieces into the right hand or the towel or whatever. Or if not, just hold on to your right leg with your right hand and slowly bring it out to the side. We're not going super far. You want to keep both shoulder blades, both hips on the earth. Use your left hand to anchor your left hip down. Just a little out to the side. Keep flexing through both feet to keep your feet awake and active. We'll eventually be in Shavasana, but we're not there yet. So inhale back to center. Right leg into left hand or straps in left hand. Right arm can extend. We're going to be on our back for the remainder of practice. You can start to close the eyes here. Really important to stay for Shavasana, even if it's just 1 minute. I give a nice long one. Also really important to stay for this warm down if you can. I understand if you have to leave and go to work or move on with your day. And come back to center, and let's do the center one more time. Maybe go a little deeper. And this, if you do have some sort of strap or belt at home, this is just a great thing to do right before bed. You can kind of pull feet up the wall, anything like that, where your legs are above your heart. Any kind of inversion like that is really great to kind of bring down the energy and help you go to sleep. But hopefully all the work we did today will not have you going to sleep because you have a day ahead of you. So bend your knee, come into figure 4 left. Knee bends, right ankle over left side. Pigeon on the back. Interlace your hands under your thigh or over your shin. Keep the feet flexed again. The further you push your right knee away from you, the deeper the stretch. Shoulders on the mat. One more inhale, and then keep the shape. Just release the arms. Bump your hips a little to the right and let your legs fall to the left for a spinal twist. Arms can be in a T or cactus arm. If you don't like the wrap of the legs, you can just unwrap and stack your knees on top of each other. Close the eyes. Maybe let your right ear fall to the right. Breathe into your spine. So twisting, we did a lot of twisting today. It's really detoxifying for the body. When you unravel out of these postures, you get some new, fresh, oxygenated blood to travel through your body. One more inhale. And then exhale, come all the way back to center. Shake out your legs, bicycle it out. And let's do the other side. So right leg long, left leg reaches to the sky, flexing the toes. Use any prop you would like, or just use your hands. Your mind is wandering, just come back to the breath. One more inhale, and then left hand holds on to the left foot, or put the strap in your left hand. Right hand plugs your right hip down. Only go far enough that your shoulder stays on the mat. You can do this a lot deeper in the evening, like I said, before bed with a strap or a prop. Like a t-shirt and towel work great. Inhale, center, over to the right. So right hand holds onto the left leg. In the morning, though, since it's morning for many of us, our bodies are not quite as open as they are at the end of the day. So to really be gentle with your hamstrings or any tight places. Inhale, back up. 2 more breaths at center. Maybe go a little deeper now. And then bend both knees, coming into your figure 4 posture, lifting the right leg or not. You can always stay here. That's enough. Pigeon on the back. Last inhale. Bump your hips to the left. Arms extend. Let your legs fall to the right. Ear fall to the left. Final twist. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Give your knees a big squeeze. Happy baby. Open it up. Our last posture of class. Rock and roll. Maybe flutter the lips or audible sigh again. Let something go and then gently make your way into a very comfortable Shavasana. Maybe you grab your socks or put a blanket over your hips to ground yourself. Take up space. You can always do feet up the wall. Relax the shoulders. One hand to heart or belly. Choose a comfortable posture and settle into it so you have time to fully surrender and relax. I'll let you know when it's time to get out of it. So find your Shavasana and let go. Corpse pose. Where we practice death, a natural part of life. Doesn't have to be so scary. Can you be calm and content in this Shavasana? The earth's holding you. Just let go here. And slowly, gingerly begin to move the body again. No hurry. Waking up the fingers, the toes, the extremities, gently, small movements. Giving yourself this last minute to return to a comfortable seated position as slowly as you need, pulling one knee in and the other knee, rolling to one side in a fetal position and just pausing. Pausing there with your arms as a pillow. Observe the body, observe the breath. How are you feeling? How are you going to take this practice into your day, into your weekend? Eventually, making your way to a Sukhasana come together, ending with our final quote. Wherever you go, no matter the weather, always bring your own sunshine. Anthony D'Angelo. So bring your hands at heart center. Let's exhale, let it go, and then everyone take a big inhale together as a community. Inhale and release, exhale. Thank you.